I know what it's like to show up as powerfully and present as I know how, and not just day after day, week after week, or even month after month, but year after year, and still to feel like it's just not happening fast enough. So one of my personal mentors, and I don't know him personally, I've actually never met him in real life, but someone that I hear from all the time from the University of YouTube is Bishop T.D. Jakes. And oftentimes he uses these super powerful analogies, and one of my favorites where he talks about gestation, another he talks about labor, and really coming to terms, with what it is that we're birthing. And so if we really start to think about how we're birthing a business, how we're birthing something new, there's a few things that we're really going to have to hone into and lean into in order to make sure that the hard labor still gives you a delivery. Now, before we jump into some tools that you can use to implement into your business today, I think it's really important to remember there is no perfect way to build a business. It is a learning experience. The same way where a perfect parent does not exist, you are going to mess up your kids and you're going to mess up in parenthood. And I don't think there's a single parent out there that could say that that's not true. And if you do say that, I got some questions about your sanity, okay? There's no such thing as a perfect kid, and there's no such thing as perfect parenting. You're going to make mistakes, so fail, and fail fast, but fail forward so you can feel better about doing the things that you know that you need to do and overcoming those things that hold you back. Now, in my experience, I've definitely noticed the cycles of trimesters that we have in our business. So your first trimester is horrible. As soon as you make the commitment to go with the term, all the discomfort comes up. There's nauseousness, there's morning sickness, you're tired all the time, the feeling of fatigue. I mean, it's really brutal. You might even feel unsure, but you're like, I'm committed to this, but I don't really know. There's a lot of different feelings that come up in that first trimester. And it's the same way in your business. You may not know what's going to come. You may not feel super certain, but I call this the commitment phase. And the commitment phase leads into your second trimester. You're committed to figuring it out. And so in your second trimester of business, it's the perfect trimester. I mean, your hair and your nails are growing, your skin is glowing. Oh, no one wears a sundress like you. Everyone is noticing how beautiful you are. It's literally the best time of pregnancy for a lot of people. And it's the same thing in your business. You know, you make the commitment, you go through some bumps, some bruises, and in that moment, you're like, okay, I've got this. You find out everything is healthy in your business. You find out things are going well in your business. All in all, you're super committed, but now you're excited. I call this the honeymoon phase of business, where everything feels so good. And oftentimes, because everything feels so good, when things start to go bad, people can't believe that that's what's happening, and so they quit. Now, when you get to that third trimester in business, now honestly, most people don't even make it to their third trimester in business. They quit because it starts to get too hard. Because when you're in that third trimester, this is when you know there's no turning back. This is it. I'm committed. I'm in it. Now, this is where it gets really tough, where the stretch marks start coming in, where the fatigue comes back, where the back pain is developing. It's really a tough period. And if that weren't enough, this is where you go into labor. This is where you're actually at your highest point of pain. And then the same way in business, usually the things that cause the highest level of pains, if you lean into it and you go through it instead of trying to get around it, if you just make the decision to stay committed to delivering your greatness, your highest level of pain actually means you're getting closer. We have cycles in our business. You're either going into something, in something, or coming out of something, to go right back into something, to be in something, to come out of something. And it's the same way in this stage. You get to be committed to the term, and it can feel unsure. It can be uncomfortable. Things are going to come up for you. But once you are really committed to that decision, things are gonna start showing up, and it's gonna feel amazing. It's gonna feel perfect. You're gonna attract clients. You're gonna attract business partners, collaborations, whatever it is that that you're excited about. And then it's at that moment that you have to remember first trimester, the commitment, so you can have your moment of breakthrough. When things get hard, when things get tough, when things are uncomfortable, when you're actually in pain. So here are 3 steps that you can take on to make sure that you get to not only just go through the trimesters, but you get to deliver your greatness. Something that is uniquely you, something that you have made, and it comes directly from you, and the planet is a better place because of it. So here's 3 steps. 3 simple steps that you can implement today to make sure that you are committed to the full term and the success of your business. So number 1 is know what you're in for. Guess what? Sometimes it is uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. It's new to you. And there are going to be more times where it's uncomfortable. As you elevate, your problems do too. And your problems usually elevate at a faster rate. So just keep going, even though it's uncomfortable, even though it doesn't feel good. But when you know what you're in for, you can plan for it. Which brings us to number 2, commit to the journey. It's not easy. It's uncomfortable. There's going to be times where you wish that it wasn't happening. But when you're committed to it, even when the feelings go away, when the emotions are no longer supporting you, when the excitement has gone out the window, commit to the journey. You can do any and all things, especially in business. When you know that the journey is going to be hard, you prepare yourself better, not just physically, but mentally. And there's nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. So commit to the journey. And lastly, here we go. Number 3, remember, it's not about you. When you're thinking about what's best instead of what's comfortable, you will easily do any and everything you can to make sure that that delivery goes well. When you can set yourself up powerfully and know what you're in for, and then you can commit to that journey and remember that it's not about you, anything and everything is possible for your business. Birth something new, birth something great, birth something unique, and something only you can leave here on this planet. If this video touched you at all, please don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment below on more topics that you'd like to talk about. Share this with a friend or a family member, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video. Sending so much love and light, guys. Mwah!